Shalom, and welcome to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul, your Biblical Hebrew podcast. Shalom, and welcome to our Biblical Hebrew podcast. Today I wish to speak about one verse from Genesis 30, verse 36. We shall read the verse and try to see what is behind those words and those ideas. In general, the chapter 30 deals with the will of Jacob to leave his father-in-law Laban and go back to his land. After Joseph, the 11th son, is born to Jacob, he wishes to return. He has the power of will to return to his fatherland. And there is a conversation between Laban and Jacob regarding his returning to his fatherland. Before Jacob came to Laban, the herds of Laban were very few, and Laban did not have sons, only daughters. But since Jacob came and worked for him, the herds of Laban increased in numbers, and also sons were born to him. Now, after serving many years under his father-in-law, Jacob wishes to return to his fatherland, and there is a conversation between Jacob and Laban about the conditions, because Jacob wants to take only the women and the children and a fee of his working at his father-in-law. And the conversation says that Jacob will pass through the herd today and he will take only the mixed colors, and Laban will take the rest. What is in Hebrew, Laban is white, and Laban in a way will take only the pure ones. This is the agreement, and Jacob will take the mixed one. And Jacob went into the herd and he divided them between two parts. But Laban, which was a great liar, like we say, white lie, flipped the coin on him. At the last moment, he took all the mixed sheep and the mixed colored deers, whether they were spotted or dotted or quilted, and he took all of those mixed ones and gave to his sons, and he put a distance of 3 days between the herd of his sons, and he put a distance of 3 days between his herds and Jacob's herds, a separation. The Hebrew verse says the following. It's verse 36. Vayasem, and he put, derech shloshet yamim, a way of 3 days, beino uven Yaakov, between him and between Jacob. Ve'Yaakov, and Jacob, ro'eh et tzon Lavan hanotarot, and Jacob is shepherding the remaining flocks of Laban. So, let's repeat this idea. There was a conversation, they were negotiating about the fee. Jacob said he will pass in the herd, through the herd, and separate and take out all the mixed colors, and Laban will have the original, which has only one color. And Laban agreed to this, but he flipped the coin on him. In the last moment, he takes all the mixed color flocks and give it to his sons, and Jacob is remaining with the left with the one color, in a way the weak ones, which are not mixed. But as we have seen before, the Bible do not speak about genetic improvement. The Bible in a way speaks about the Spirit. So what the Spirit tries to tell us in this verse or in this chapter? Who is Laban? Who is Jacob? What are the white flocks, the remaining white flocks? And what all this story is really about, because for generations people try to look at this chapter as genetic science or an ancient way of science. They look at it like in a way in a physical lens, and they try to learn genetics from Jacob. But it's not about genetics here, it's about the spirit. In the 16th century, in Tzfat, in the city of Safed, in the north of Israel, in the Upper Galilee, there was a rabbi named Rabbi Yitzchak Luria Ha'ari. And he said the following, because he used to read the Bible and the Zohar in an abstract way. And he said the following: Laban, every time that we see the word Laban or Lavan in Hebrew, because it's white, the scripture means the upper light, the upper light. And whenever we see the word Jacob, we have to look and to see a righteous man, and the relations between them is not just father-in-law and his groom, but the relations between the upper light and the tzaddik, the righteous man in this world. What is a tzaddik? A righteous man? A righteous man is like the letter tzadi. The letter tzadi is written in 3 letters: tzadi, daled, yod. And this word tzadi we can divide into 2 parts: tzad, hands, because tzad also has double meaning, either the verse hands, tzad, or the noun tzad, which is side. So the tzadi is the person who hunts and look for the yod. Tzad, yod. Tzadi is the person who always hunts and look for the yod. The yod is an allegory for the covenant between man and God. So the tzaddik, the righteous man, is always hunting and looking for the covenant between man and God. So in this way, this is Jacob's perspective when he looks at the world. Jacob's idea was to remove from Laban's herd, from the upper light herd, all the spotted flocks. The spotted, because once it's spotted we can recognize it and hunt it. Once we have our eyes spotted something, we can track it down. But Laban flipped a coin on him. Laban is not just a physical person. The upper light, the upper will flip the coin on him. And Laban, the upper light, took all the mixed flocks and left Jacob only with the remaining, not the strong ones. The strong ones has mixed colors. He left Jacob with the remaining flocks. The three words Tzon Lavan Hanotarot, Laban's remaining flocks, create in Hebrew a certain abbreviation. Tzon Lavan Hanotarot, Tzon Tzadik, Lavan Lamed, Hanotarot Hey, create the word Tzel Hashem, the shadow of the name. So, in a way, Laban, the upper light, took the main flocks and he left Jacob only with the remaining flocks, only with the shade of something. What a person can do with the shade? What can Tzadi, a righteous man, do with the shade or with the shadow? Shadow is a reflection of something higher. And as Songs of Songs says, in his shadow I was fond of, and I sat down underneath. This is the shadow of the tree of life. This is the shadow of the holy side. So the remaining flocks of Laban just shadow, and from this shadow, from this reflection, Jacob continues the herds from this image, the shadow. In Hebrew, we say main because Laban took the main flocks and gave them to his sons. In Hebrew, we say main ikar, ikar, Ein, Kof, Resh. Ein is 70, Kof is 100, and Resh is 200. So together is 370. Ikar, main. So in a way, every full portion in this life we mark with a number of 400. And when Laban took the main part of the herds, he took in a way, he took the main part, Ikar. He took the 370, which is the main part. So if we deduct 370 from 400, we are left with 30. 30 as an image. 30 is expressed in Hebrew as the letter Lamed. Lamed. And the letter Lamed we can write with two other Hebrew letters, Kaf, which is 20, and on top of it we write the letter Vav, which is 6. So in this manner, the letter Lamed has a volume of 26, and 26 is the tetragrammaton, the volume of the tetragrammaton. So since Laban, the upper light, took the main flocks, the 370 as a symbol, Jacob was left with the 30 with the letter Lamed, which is written with two other letters, Kaf and Vav, which has the volume of 26, which equals the volume of the tetragrammaton. So in a way, Jacob was left only with the bare essence of the tetragrammaton, with the 30 as a symbol, or with the 26 with the tetragrammaton. And from this, he started everything. He took 3 sticks and he put like marks in them. He put them in the water pipes and start increasing his herds from this letter Lamed, or in a way from the Tetragrammaton, he started everything. I know that people look at it in a way and try to decode the genetic element, the physical element. But this story do not deal with the physicality, with the law of genetics, but with the law of the spirit. Another aspect of the 30 is that the upper 3 spheres are the Keter, crown, wisdom, and understanding. Those 3 spheres, double 10, they make 30. In a way, Jacob started everything from those upper spheres, from Keter, crown, wisdom, Chokhmah, and understanding, Binah. He started everything from the apex. Because Laban took from him the 370, the basic, the main thing. So he had to start in a way from zero. This story in a way reflects the relation of the righteous man and God. A righteous man, like Jacob, a righteous man always starts from zero. And with the trust that he has in God, he will always succeed. Even if he starts like Jacob with a shadow of things, of the image of things, he will start. So, for all of us who are listening to this conversation, don't be afraid to be only with the shadows of things, only with the remembrance of things. Everything can start anytime. Everything can happen any moment. So restrain your spirit and continue to live in love and mercy.
Thank you for listening to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to hear more about a certain topic, just write us an email to hebrew@learnoutlive.com. We are always happy to hear from you. For more episodes, videos, and articles like this, please visit our website at hebrew.learnoutlive.com. We also would like to invite you to join our live classes. Just search for Online College of Biblical Hebrew on Facebook and start learning now with students from all over the world. Koltuv and Shalom.